I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And you may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head.
Okay, welcome back. We're back for another day of PRL. Today we're in the Eclipse division. This will be the debut of our newest team, Dorado Gaming Epsilon. Looks like we're about to get ready to draft pretty soon now. Today I'm joined in the caster desk by none other than our very own Never Outmatched, aka Noah. He's there.
I am here. Thank you for having me.
Sounds great. Well, you know, like I said, these are two new teams to PRL. This is Dorado Gaming Epsilon's first game on In PRL, even though we're not a new org, they are a new team, and we haven't seen Shrine Sanctum before either. I was actually looking at some DMs, and I saw that we've scrimmed them before. I can't say I remember, but apparently we have some experience with some of these players, so we'll see how that goes.
Do you know offhand which Dorado team it was that scrimmed them? Because I know
I
it
can-
wasn't Gamma.
I can check right now, really quick. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put your voice apparently because you're not too loud. Let me see.
Okay.
This guy's name's and actually, oh well, this was a while ago. This is actually when me and Hoshi used to play together. So this was in November of last year. So never mind. It's been a while. It's not a
Not
recent.
the 1940s.
Yeah,
got
back in the old days
it.
Yeah, so looks like everybody's in lobby. We might get started soon, but let's see how they go. Okay. We're just getting in order for the lobby, but hopefully we do get to start soon. I'm excited to watch this team play. They have a lot of exciting players. Husky Templar, Dalton, Kongi, all of them. Hybrid. I'm just gonna name all of them. They're all very exciting players to watch. They've been having great success in Scrim, but here the draft goes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Okay, we're starting out with the Aurelia band coming out from Dorado Gaming Epsilon. Obviously a very strong pick. World started today. We're seeing a ton of Aurelia, so not surprising at all to see that come out.
Yeah, definitely. She's a strong just flex pick overall. When she gets picked up, you don't know if she's going mid or she's going top, but you have to draft as if she's going to either lane anyways, which makes it a little hard to draft. I mean, that's the case with any flex champion, right? Always an annoyance to draft against. But we do see a set ban coming out from Shrine Sanctum, so I'm not really okay. The Draven ban coming out, very aggressive pick. I know that with the recent changes to his ult, where he gets an execute based on his glory stacks, makes him a lot more viable of a champion and competitive as opposed to how he was before. Here we see the Yone ban, typical, as expected to be banned against Kongi.
Yeah, absolutely. Kongi with a 70% win rate and solo queue off across many games on Yone. I don't think he will get to play that in PRL ever.
Yeah,
if I had to guess.
Yeah, any diligent play. I mean, you see a team. It doesn't matter if you think you have a counter. When somebody is that comfortable on the champion, you ban it, right? Like you don't say I have an answer for that. No, you just don't bother. Just ban it and put them on a weaker champion. But here we see, typical. Obviously this is the first time they're on stream. Oh, I thought we were gonna get 2 Kongi bans. I was gonna say Kongi's usually drawing 2 bans right off the bat, but the call is left open.
Yeah, the Volibear ban coming in, something that both the top side and the jungler for Dorado Gaming Epsilon are fans of. First pick MF, not surprising at all. This champion is really, really strong. It should be picked pretty much when it's open. Almost every time. It's the premier bot laner on.
Yeah, she's definitely the queen of bot lane. Even from last patch, she's just the queen of ADCs at the moment. So we see the Xayah. I think that's a good answer to kind of avoid some of the wombo. Oh, we see the Xayah Rakan duo coming out.
Yeah, locking in a strong laning duo, got a really, really powerful disengage ADC in the Xayah. Typically you want to see these engage supports paired with the Misfortune, things like the Amumu, like the Leona. Interestingly enough, the Amumu was left completely open here. Not something that we've seen a lot in PRL as up to this point. We are going to see the Jarvan coming out from the side of Dorado Epsilon. That is technically a flex pick. Jarvan top being played in the World's plans today as well, though I'm not sure how flexible it is for Dorado Epsilon specifically.
Yeah, I mean, either way, you're already having the Misfortune Jarvan, such a great combo. Really powerful, statement of intent. The Nautilus, I really like that here. I think it'll make it really hard for the Rakan to play around, right? I mean, the Rakan just to dive in, he just gets auto-attacked, ulted, he's dead.
Yeah, absolutely. A very, very strong engage comp coming out from the blue team here. I do worry that you're maybe a little too one-dimensional.
Yeah.
The enemy team does have 3 picks to respond to this all-out engage comp, and with these 3 champs, you can't exactly flex your draft around. You've pretty much decided what you're going to be doing, so we'll see if Shrine Sanctum can react accordingly here.
Yeah, and I'm interested. I mean, both of the solo lanes are still available here. It looks like, okay, the blank, but we'll see what the chat says. Okay, it said it glitched. I'm not really too sure what they're going to pick. Okay, they picked Olaf. Um, okay, you're the jungle guru here, but my instincts and from my game knowledge, Jarvan is not Olaf's favorite matchup, right? Am I wrong in thinking that?
No, no, you're definitely not wrong in thinking that. Olaf is another one of those junglers that likes to just run forward and dive the back line, and the Jarvan cage can make that really hard for an Olaf. I do find it interesting that they picked it here. Maybe a misidentification of what Dorado Epsilon wants to do with their comp. Maybe they think that they're just saying we're gonna trade and we're gonna run at you, you're gonna run at us, but we have a Xayah, so our ADC can live and yours can't. Well, it'll be interesting to see. I think R4 will tell us a lot more about what Shrine Sanctum is planning to do with this draft.
Yeah. So I like the Kale ban here. Kale's always an annoying champion. I'm a fan of getting rid of it if it's available. And Malzahar. I haven't looked at the OPs. I know you have. I'm guessing that those are both mid lane bans. Both very safe champions. Anivia. Okay. So we're going for a very safe Anivia pick. I'm interested in seeing how Kongi and Dorado Gaming Epsilon respond to this pick.
See, if this Anivia does get locked in, which it does, it just makes the Olaf stick out even more as a sore thumb to me. I don't know what his role in this composition is supposed to be. He can duel with the Jarvan. That is one thing he can do, and he can run this Misfortune down. Maybe not let her get these full channeled ults off, but everybody else pretty much on the red team here wants to be walking
Okay,
backwards.
I like the Syndra pick here. A lot of pick potential, very strong, and a strong champion into Anivia. Anivia exists in a range where Syndra can always stun her. So Anivia will have a hard time, not only setting up a good ult in a choke point, but also, just getting picked out. It's going to have a very rough game for Anivia, in my opinion. The Jarvan, not only Syndra, all champions that, if I'm an Anivia player, I'm like, I wish I picked something else. Oh, and the Wukong, okay. Going full wombo here. I really like the Wukong pick here.
Yeah, I think Wukong, one of the stronger blind top laners here in the meta. He definitely also follows in with the ideology that the rest of the team has. We're going to see the Malphite to respond. Not Wukong's favorite lane, but Wukong is not really a laning top laner. He's obviously really strong in those first 3 levels where you can trade pretty effectively, but you draft Wukong for the mid-game team fights and the engage, and I think that that's what we're going to see a lot out of in the trenches here in the top lane.
Definitely. And what's it called? Yeah, I know that we know in the trenches, Dalton, he's a very aggressive player. Malphite, if they're not experienced, they might misunderstand how the dynamic between Malphite and Wukong works. They might think, okay, I'm Malphite, I have IE, I can brush Thornmail, I'll be okay. And that's fine for the most part. But if you misjudge how strong the Wukong is, if you don't respect his trading patterns, and if you just trade poorly, you could be on the back foot. You're gonna end up getting solo killed by the Wukong.
Yeah, I think overall compositionally, I do definitely favor the side of Dorado Epsilon. Their comp seems to all be on the same page. They all want to be doing the same thing, whereas it's a bit of a split focus here from the side of Shrine Sanctum. My only fear here, and one of the ways that Shrine Sanctum can look to win this game, is if they can accurately identify when the Jarvan and Wukong are going to look to go in. Malphite gets a strong ult on the backline, the Syndra and Misfortune if they ever stack, and then they can try to shred Wukong and Jarvan with their Xayah. She is definitely very, very good at anti-dive, and Nivea also very good at anti-dive, so we'll see how their target priority is in these fights, and I think that's going to be the big determiner of how this game turns out.
Yeah, I think obviously Dorado Gaming Epsilon, I feel like they're in a position where they can either, if they're not the first ones at an objective, it's not the end of the world. They can always dive in with the Jarvan, with the Nautilus, with Wukong. Shrine Sanctum does have some dive with the Malphites of engaged, but I feel like 100% Shrine Sanctum wants to be there at the Dragons, at the Barons first. Otherwise, they're going to have a bit of a rough time. I want to say there is a bit of a disjointment between what the comp wants to do. Meanwhile, you have Xayah and Nivea who want to kite back and absorb the dive. You have Malphite and Olaf who might be inclined to dive forward, and that might be a little confusing if they show up late to objectives.
Yeah, I was thinking the same way whenever I initially saw the composition, but on second glance, I actually don't mind a composition with Malphite Olaf trying to take space. I think that, traditionally with backliners like Anivia and Zaya, you definitely don't want to be walking forward as, they have a hard time chasing. They're not exactly very fast, and they definitely prefer opponents to be walking into them. But I think with Malphite and Olaf, you can definitely walk up and control some space. Olaf is a champ that you can't stand still and box with for too long, um, or else he's just gonna kill you by nature of being Olaf.
Yeah.
So it'll I think it's gonna be situational. It'll depend a lot on vision. If Jarvan can get a flank whenever the Olaf is trying to walk in and get on these backliners, it's gonna be disastrous.
Yeah, definitely. I think that the Jarvan will be a huge component here, depending on how many people he can get in his ult. Will be a big factor in how impactful the Anivia and the Olaf can be. I do want to say that the Malphite could be a big problem for the Misfortune. I don't think the Misfortune will have the luxury of getting off these full ults a lot of the times. But I will say I think these games really do depend on the productivity of the junglers. I think that whoever acts first and whoever traps the other is really who's going to be in an advantage here. And I think it's between J4 and Olaf to really get their team ahead and engage fights and really take lead of these fights and win lead their teams to victory.
Yeah, I expect a lot of action in the bot lane this game. I think that Olaf has two gankable lanes, and that's both of his side lanes. And the top lane, you kind of want to leave to its own devices. Malphite will beat Wukong passively. You're not going to get a lot by getting a Malphite ahead, especially in comp. So I expect both junglers to path towards bottom and to see a lot of action there.
Yeah, I'm very excited to watch how both these teams decide to approach this game. But for now, we will be waiting for the game to load in, so we will go on a short break. We'll be back in about 4 minutes for the game to start, but we'll see you all soon. And thank you for everybody that hopped in to watch the stream today.
I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. Can't focus. I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my. I just need to clear my head. Oh, clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in us. They know we'll burn down tonight. Coming just like the sunrise. You know Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up. Tonight, we gonna light it up, babe. Tonight, we gonna light it up. Just like the sunrise, we gonna light it up.
Okay, welcome back. Once again, this inaugural week of the Eclipse division in PRL. Once again, I am joined by Never Outmatched, and here we go. We have Dorado Gaming Elysium versus Shrine Sanctum. Don't know if Never
Yeah,
Outmatched. Okay.
I think you mean Dorado Gaming Epsilon.
Oh,
But
whoops.
yes.
Yeah, my bad. Got a lot of
So
a
good.
lot of names to keep track of.
Yeah,
Want to make sure we're
casting a
synced
lot
up.
of Elysium games this
Yeah.
past week.
Yeah, 33, 34, 35. Just make sure we're kind of synced up.
Yeah, I'm a little behind. I think I'm there now though.
Yeah, I'm at 40. Okay, we should be synced up.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, we're good to go. So, I mean, not much action, just kind of standard 5 point. The side of Dorado Gaming Epsilon, they went ahead and got a ward in the bushes just in case they're gonna get cheesed, which is it's a good call. It looks like you're right. It looks like the team, at least Dorado Gaming Epsilon, is looking to play towards bot side. Um, Jarvan is looking to a blue star. He's probably gonna pass for a level 3 gank down bot lane.
Yeah, we see the Olaf actually walking. Looks like he's going to clear towards top side. So, Olaf, a jungler who can definitely clear very fast. I do worry that if you clear towards this top side, you may not be able to find a gank, and if not, then you're really wasting a lot of your early strength as the Olaf.
Yeah, and here that ward's paying dividends already. They saw that these two are looking for a little bush cheese right now, getting a little early trade, but don't think it will work out. Yeah, here we go.
Yep, we see the engage here. MF really strong in these early trades, can alternate autos, and definitely a good trade, putting a lot of damage down on the Xayah here in lane.
Yes, a little bit of early trading. Kongi takes the lead. He's good getting that harassing with a corrupting potion, already dropping the inhibi to half health.
Yeah, and we're going to see Olaf start leashless on the bot side. Olaf, one of the best junglers to start leashless. The lower he gets, the faster his clear becomes. So you're going to see him keep pace with this Jarvan, even though he didn't get a leash at all. He's actually holding smite as well, so he is going to possibly be able to get to this top lane way earlier than in the trenches would expect.
Yeah,
in the trenches, a player we know who loves to just push, and try to fight. So maybe the Olaf's pathing is a nod to that playstyle.
Yeah, and then wanted to mention that actually I forgot what I was gonna mention. I think I was gonna say that Epsilon got an early level 2 lead, but Shrine Sanctum's bot lane rightfully backed off and respected that level 2 power spike. So good on them to really not get caught off guard by that. Okay, so a little bit of a trade going up top. Here's kind of the thing I mentioned earlier about Malphite maybe not necessarily respecting the trade patterns with the Wukong, thinking that he can just walk up and trade with him, when that might not be the case.
Yeah, interestingly, the Malphite has used Q to CS twice and missed both creeps he used it on. So, really struggling here in this laning phase. He's not using his Q to harass, so he's losing out on trades, and he's also not getting the CS whenever he is using Q. So, just losing all around.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to need to pick that up, maybe make some more conscious decisions with the Qs if he wants to be able to survive this laning phase.
Yeah, so here, looks like they might be trying to do something mid. No, nothing's going to happen here. Okay, not too sure if that was a miss. No, I don't think he was trying to go in, but
no, this looks like he's trying to push it out. Looks like he wants to let his mid laner roam with him to make a play. And Kongi just going to get a back off. They're not going to try to make a play on this top side on the Malphite.
yeah, a bit of an early lead, kind of gathering up for Epsilon and the bot lane. About a one-wave difference. Obviously, it is going to crash into them, but they do have the HP advantage, and along with potion advantage, so they are a bit ahead. And we'll see if they kind of transition that. Okay, I think we see something going up top lane, only in the mini map, but
Yeah, we see a lane gank looks like it's about to be attempted. I'm not really sure what this is going to accomplish. I don't see a scenario where Wukong trades into this big wave, and this should just be a pretty standard, pushing back from the Malphite.
Oh, well, you
Oh, well,
apparently
there's
don't
the
know
trade.
Dalton.
Okay, I do not. But his jungler is up here to help him, so they're going to turn this around. It's a free kill on the Malphite. It looks like they're going to start hitting the Olaf here. Olaf really strong in these fights. He can try to hit cleavers through 2 people,
Oh.
but I don't think he's favored. Oh, he does get the kill. He gets the Triumph, and then Hybrid Carry cleans it up as well.
Yeah.
Hybrid Carry should catch this wave for the Wukong and not clear it, even though as a jungler I would love to clear it.
Yeah, never mind. It looks like the Malphite came in to break the freeze, which is, I mean, it's good on him, but he kind of messed up eating 2 tower shots unnecessarily. That was a good trade. I would have liked to have seen the Wukong survive that. I think that there is a universe where they get both kills and he survives that. Maybe play a little more respectfully against the Olaf. But still a positive for them.
Yeah, I think that the problem with that is not maybe the mechanics that happen in the play itself, but just that you call that play. Fighting into a triple wave is just wholly unnecessary. Whenever you have that big of an advantage, it just felt a little disrespectful. Something that against weaker teams, you may get out with a 2-for-1 trade, but against stronger teams, you're not going to get away with as often.
Yeah, definitely. We were both very surprised. Obviously, we were just talking about how the Wukong, probably won't be trading into into that giant wave, and then there he does it. I mean, maybe he felt that he could bait it, a fight because the Jarvan was coming, but I think maybe that's why. Maybe we can justify it that way.
Yeah,
it does seem that that's kind of what he was going for, at least.
Yeah, and I mean, after all is said and done, he is in a decent state. He's up a level on the Malphite, it looks like, up 10 CS as well, pushing him under tower.
Could be in a bit of trouble here, and I think Tongi will go down here. Yeah, he does go down here. The Olaf does get the kill, which is something that, we discussed off of stream, where, if the Olaf gets kind of ahead early, could be a bit of a problem for Epsilon.
Yeah, and we see 2 early kills coming out for this Olaf. He's doing basically exactly what he needs to do. He's going to these lanes, he's getting kills. They are all going on him, so it's going to be a lot on him to get the pressure here. We're going to see a trade in the top lane. First Wukong ult comes out, he's got a second one. I'd like to see Malphite back off, wait for his shield before taking this trade again.
Yeah, here the Olaf shows up top, but I mean, nothing's really going to happen. He's looking to freeze the wave, but I think, okay, we might see him go down here. Okay, never mind. I think you might have seen him. I don't know if at that angle you can really see the Wukong move like he did, but I think he could be in a bit of danger.
I don't believe he saw him, but he's just not waiting for his shield. It's as if he doesn't know what Malphite passive does. He took so much damage from creeps and reset the cooldown on his shield, and then walked back up to the wave before he had the shield again and got punished. Now we're seeing an engage from Hybrid onto the bot side.
Yeah, unfortunately it missed, but yeah, you're right. I mean, one thing I did want to know, actually, I had forgotten, is that during the loading screen, I kind of looked at the opponents, mastery on each champion. Anivia, Xayah, Rakan, they are very comfortable on the champions they're playing, but there's no mastery showing for the Malphite or for the Olaf, so it's definitely under mastery for we don't know what they do in custom games or where on other accounts, but maybe that's a bit of that inexperience showing there on the Malphite.
Yeah, this the jungler for the side of, and I've forgotten the team name, pardon me, Shrine Sanctum. He has 230 ranked solo games played this season, 197 of which are on Evelyn. Evelyn, not a champ that shares a lot of similarities with Olaf in playstyle, as I've come to find out with my scrims and matches this past week. So I can definitely understand if there's a bit of uncomfortability here for Dami.
Okay, it looks like it could be in a bit of trouble here if he doesn't back off. One thing I did want to say, we haven't called it, but there's a 40 CS difference in the bot lane between Husky Templar and a Mutiny. That's a lot. That's very, very bad. Okay, looks like they're going for a little scuttlecrab fight. Okay, misses his EQ. Could be in a bit of danger. Okay. Oh, never mind. He will just go down there. I think I would have. Okay, a little fight going down bottom. I think nothing will happen here. I think they both get away. But, very good on them to get the flashes out from both sides. I was going to say, I think I would have liked to have seen that kill go to Syndra. Obviously, the Jarvan's doing great. But the Syndra is down a little bit of CS, and it could have evened it out a little more.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that was one of those scenarios where you do have the luxury of deciding where the kill goes. Looks like an engage from in the trenches on the top side. Does have that second ult here,
Yeah, and he just goes
and it
down there.
should go down.
Yeah, and that's again what we talked about in Champ Select. The Malphite, obviously, it is a good lane for him, but you have to understand why it's a good lane for him and when you win that, and not just be a U.GG gamer and see, okay, Malphite has a good win rate into the Wukong. You have to really understand. I mean, it's not too many intricacies, but there is some nuance to the matchup that you have to respect.
Yeah, we've seen that CF Sif grow bot lane into a 45 CS lead after that fight, and this is kind of what we were talking about in the draft. Miss Fortune is this premier bot laner, is this incredibly bullying, punishing laner, and Xayah not the strongest laner. She does have the root for setup, but not going to be able to beat out MF Nautilus in these 2v2s early on, and we're seeing that come to fruition. It seems
Yeah.
they've gotten zoned off a lot of CS down here while
Yeah.
we've been watching top fights.
Yeah, the side waves for Shrine Sanctum are suffering quite a bit this game. They're having a rough time. Top lane down about 30 CS, bot lane down 40 CS. Pretty rough. The only lane that they're matched pretty evenly is mid, where Nivea is a bit ahead, and the jungler is ahead of the Jarvan. Although the Jarvan is that's part of it, right? You sacrifice your farm for ganking a lot.
Yeah, I mean, interestingly, the Olaf, though, being down up two deaths, I guess you could say, on Jarvan, is ahead in gold. So Olaf's still the strong point of this team, even after that untimely death on the top side of the map, and should be playing like such. Looks like he's walking in bot side. We got to pick on the Nautilus here. The Olaf pressing ult after the Nautilus ult hits. You cannot cleanse it unstoppable. Looks like a trade of a 1-for-1 for now. Okay, the Jarvan ult was a little scuffed there. I'm not sure if I saw what happened.
Yeah, no, that was a pretty. I think there was a bit of discoordination there, and that's probably worst case scenario for Epsilon. They want to prevent the Olaf from kind of running off, and that's what he's doing. They're having a bit of trouble here. Obviously, the Olaf doing very well to flash out of the Jarvan ult, but Husky
Okay.
Templar kind of point blank ulting.
Yeah, on my stream or screen, I did not see the Olaf flash. It looked as if he just walked out of the Jarvan ult, and I was really confused. But
No,
that
no,
makes
no.
more
He
sense.
he flashed out. Yeah, his flash is
Okay.
on a cooldown right now. But yeah, the game is a little more even now. The gold is evened out with Epsilon only having about a 200 gold lead at the moment. But the most of the gold difference, or the gold keeping up, is in the Olaf having a 1500 gold advantage over his counterpart.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we were talking about outside of the cast. Is that this Olaf is your win con? He is the only way that you can survive through this early lane. You get bullied, and it looks like 3 lanes, honestly. And the Olaf's going to be your way to take over these early drags. And it seems as if they're getting set up on this bot drag. If they can get it, they can put a stop to the dragon stacking from the side of Dorado Gaming Epsilon.
Yeah, but it looks like the Wukong is a little ahead. He is TPing first. The Malphite will be a few seconds late. They are going to go on to the Olaf here, who might go down. I think he will go down here, and it goes to the MF. Great, a lot of gold going down to him. The Nautilus does go down. They are, kind of a split fight going on here, but ultimately it looks like Dorado Gaming Epsilon will end up on top of this fight, only losing their support.
Yeah, it's a 1-for-1 trade. All the gold on the side of Shrine Sanctum has passed away in the Olaf. That's a little bit disrespectful of him. He is really strong. He is incredibly strong, but you can't tank 5 members, especially not 5 members who 3 of which have mythics. You're not that strong yet. Maybe once you get your Sterix, you can look to survive in a play that long. But I definitely understand the feeling of playing Olaf and feeling like you're immortal when you're not.
Ooh, and the big wombo combo coming out, and I think they will both go down again. Although, okay, never mind. I think, will he go down? No. I think,
He might. Husky's chasing. We got a Rakan knock up here.
Yeah.
Rakan may have passed away for the Olaf sins. No.
no. They both get away. Good job from the Rakan to really escape there. Very unfortunate that that the Jarvan went down there, but he got the tower for his team. He got another impact from the Rift Herald, which which is great. You love getting that double impact. That's a lot of value from that first Rift Herald. Uh,
Right, but how fair is Triumph? Like that was a dead Olaf, right?
yeah,
And he just decided he wasn't dead anymore.
yeah, and
So
especially when his W's up, he gets an even bigger boost because maybe I'm mixing my champions up, right? But I think Olaf is one of the champions where when his W's up, his healing is increased. So if it was up, he would have
yep,
gotten a bigger Triumph proc.
Olaf increases healing by 33% based off missing health. So
Nice.
with him being at pretty much exactly 1
Yeah.
HP,
Yeah,
that is a max value Triumph proc, probably the biggest one I've ever seen.
yeah, and quick shout out to Moonshot, aka Pepe, our beloved Omega top laner, for subscribing with Prime. Really appreciate you and everybody that has subscribed and followed us here.
You also missed a sub earlier from Resurrect.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
seen
you're
them
right.
in servers all the time. I'm not sure which Dorado member that is.
That's actually CFO Efron. So
Gotcha.
shout out to Efron for financially supporting the org. I think could be. Oh, never mind. Wasn't a little bit of danger here. If he didn't W there, that Anivia would have gone off and he would have killed him. So you got to be
Yeah,
very
he did
careful.
cancel the animation there. It was pretty good of him.
Yeah, I think this game, it's not. I would say at least if I'm Dorado Gaming Epsilon, I'm not as ahead as I would have liked to be. This Anivia is getting to farm pretty safely. I don't like that the Syndra is not the one matching him down there. I think that she should be down there matching the Anivia, especially since you pick the Syndra to counter the Anivia.
Yeah, and something we haven't really touched on yet is the scaling difference between these two teams. If this game goes out to the 35-40 minute mark and both teams are even gold, I would definitely rather be on the side of Shrine Sanctum with the Xayah, with the Anivia late game damage, and zone control is kind of absurd, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. Here we see. Okay, we can see a little bit of a trade going on here. I think he gets out just fine. He can't be greedy with your W here. Okay, good. Yeah, he just gets out. Looks like they just get a free Rift Herald in return. So good job on in the trenches to not fall there to help his team, across the map.
Yeah, and I don't know how much I like that play from the Olaf there. You definitely want to try and play around your strong laner, your Anivia, let him get some farm, but there's no tower there to get. Really, you're just fighting over a wave. The Wukong wasn't even guaranteed to be pushed up that far, and there is an objective on the other side of the map that you just gave away. So a little bit of a mismanagement of macro here. We are going to see hybrid carry going in on the Malphite, though he does have 1,000,000 armor and is unkillable.
Yeah.
By the 3 people up there.
It looks like they're just gonna try to get this tower down. I think it will go down or at least be very close to one-shotting, and they're just backing off, which is smart. They sell the Rakan. I'm not sure if they sell the Xayah, but better safe than Zari, and the tower is one shot. This might even actually be better for them.
Not go down.
This might actually be better for them. Yeah, because if somebody just whoever they want the gold on, if I'm Malphite, I think I just let the wave crash and let the tower fall. It's gonna die anyways. It's better than somebody going up and getting the gold funneled into them.
Yeah, it does deny local gold if you let it pass away here, but I don't know. I think that with the composition that Dorado Gang Epsilon has, they do definitely like these side towers to be down. 4 fights around the Baron, around the dragon.
Trenches, they're in a bit of trouble. I think he won't get out of this alive. Very unlucky. Okay. Ooh, big hit here. Oh, unlucky that the ult did not go off before he ulted out. I think if he... Okay, he's gonna get out.
No, I think he is dead here. They should decide...
Oh,
maybe an
unlucky.
execute.
No, very unlucky. I thought that he would get executed for sure. I think what's the dragon timer? I know I can't see it on my and actually never mind. He won't be up for the dragon.
If you hit I, it'll pull up an interface menu, and then you can hit objective timers as a little checkbox.
Yeah, I think the only issue is that due to our overlay, it's not it doesn't look good. I think we need the things that PRL has where you can see it on the side. Maybe we'll see a heroic steal from. Okay. Oh, and Husky's Templar getting caught out here. Oh wait, but he does survive it.
Back though.
Oh,
cancels the MF ult.
They could be in a lot of trouble here actually. Only False is over here dying for the sins of his ADC, but not really too sure why Hybrid goes in there anymore. I mean, he was already out. He's fine.
Yeah, I think that was a misunderstanding, maybe a miscommunication on the Anivia egg, whether or not it was up. Though you can see actually around the health bar of the Anivia whether or not she has eggs. She does have the resurrect icon by her name if she
Yeah.
has it. So maybe just heat of the moment. There could be
Oh,
nerves.
okay, never mind. Maybe it'll pay off now. And she does go down. So maybe that tiny sacrifice by Hybrid Carry of his flash earlier pays off and he paid dividends. I don't know if that was part of their grand plan,
Yeah,
but
no, that's probably exactly what Hybrid Carry was thinking about whenever he went in. He was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna get the egg here, and then this guy's gonna go die to Dalton in mid lane." That's probably the play he was looking to make.
yeah,
So,
definitely.
really good foresight here from Hybrid Carry.
Yeah, good job from them. Good communication to get the Anivia in a vulnerable spot. And the best thing is that on top of dying, Anivia burned Flash, so she didn't even burn Flash to survive, which is I think is a very good part uh, for Dorado Gaming Epsilon. But now the game's kind of slowing down. No immediate objectives up at the moment. Baron is about to spawn, but I don't think either team really takes it too quickly. I see that Husky Templar did go for the Gale Force LDR build, so he probably will be shredding the Olaf, who, although is a health stacker, does not have many resistances at the moment.
Yeah, you said actually that you don't think that either team takes it effectively or very very quickly, but I actually think that with such a strong auto attack damage top laner in the Wukong, I think that the Jarvan's banner of command, or the not banner of command, but his
His Demacia
banner of Demacia, yeah. Actually increases their Baron taking speed by a lot, especially since we're seeing the attack, the AD Misfortune build rather than the lethality.
Yeah.
I think that they can really shred Baron if they get a little bit of time on it. So, if I'm on the side of Dorado Epsilon here, I'm looking to deny vision here and try to get everybody on top of this Baron, because I think they can kill it in about like 10 or 12 seconds if they are unseen.
Actually, you're right. I hadn't considered that, and I think I made that statement right before I noticed that MF was not like the caster, ult only bot build.
Right.
Yeah, and one thing I want to notice that is Kongi the Syndra's near perfect CS. He's about 20 CS from 10 CS a second, 10 CS a minute, but imagine it 10 CS a second. Yeah,
that would be pretty impressive.
That'd be really really impressive. But yeah, he's doing a very good job to outfarm the Anivia, who is also very well farmed, but not to the extent of the Syndra. Yeah, the Zaya hasn't been punished too much. I know that she was a bit behind earlier, but ultimately, the difference between the ADCs and CS has stayed about the same since laning phase.
Yeah, I mean the game state is really slowing down here. I think this definitely favors the side of Shrine Sanctum. Not only are you behind, you want to catch up, make up that difference, but you outscale as well. So I want to see Dorado Gaming Epsilon put the foot on the pedal, because you've got these incredible engages. You've got Wukong, Jarvan, Syndra and MF to follow up. You're giving them too much space. I think
we're about to see a play happen down here. Actually, never mind. This Syndra this Anivia is very safe. That's exactly what Shrine Sanctum and all of the members want to do, is just play safe, just farm, and not really try to make any plays, because like you've said, the scaling benefits them, and it does seem like they have acknowledged that is their win condition.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that I think a lot of the, newer form teams kind of struggle with is, how do I push a lead in a game that I'm getting outscaled in? We see a lot in LPL. Teams will just start the Baron, say you have to come fight us on this, or they'll set up these elaborate dives, which it looks like Epsilon might be preparing for now.
Yeah, and it looks like here we see a bit of a bush cheese, a little bit of a death bush going on here. But I don't think that Shrine Sanctum will really respond to it. I think that they're doing what they should be doing and baiting the Baron. Actually,
Yeah, they are set up for the. Oh, looks like we might see a confrontation in mid here.
I don't think anything will happen here ultimately. If this Malphite engages here, it'd be really bad. I think his team's in an awkward position to help him.
Ocean Dragon coming up in 24 seconds. That may be what the side of Dorado Epsilon are setting up for. They have denied a lot of vision in that bot side jungle, but if you're the side of Shrine Sanctum, I think you can just maybe walk at the Baron here. We see the engage happening.
Okay, that was a big effort from Kongi to keep him off. See a big fight going on. He's a little bit disjointed, but Hybrid Carry is in the back line. I think the Anivia will get out here. Oh, and
the MF ult hit no one there.
Yeah, that was. I think it was a bit of a MF. Okay, wait, never mind. It's actually going in favor of
trade here.
Ooh.
2 for 2 so far. We still have the Xayah.
Oh
Big
my.
flash.
Okay, but I think that they will end up
I don't
winning
think
this.
they can break the egg. They can't break
Oh,
the
no,
egg.
they
I think
can't.
this is doomed. And we see a Malphite rock the slow. We've walled our own teammates off. Anivia, hello?
Yeah, great Anivia wall to save the Wukong there. That fight was very disjointed. Once again, the MF and her ult are way too far apart from where her Wukong and her Jarvan are. Maybe they want to look to peel back and keep the Olaf locked in, instead of just diving at the back line no matter what. But
Yeah, we're gonna see the second Ocean Drake in a row going over to the side of Shrine Sanctum. The gold lead is closed as well. It's halved from 2K to 1K. That's basically not even a gold lead,
oh yeah, at this
anymore.
stage in the game, yeah, you're right.
And I'm the more we play, the more I would rather be on the red team here.
Yeah, the real goal difference right now is between Wukong and the Malphite, where Wukong does lead the Malphite for about 2,000 gold, and the Olaf, who leads the Jarvan for about 1,500 gold. Besides that, everywhere is a little bit closer. But never mind, I lied. The MF is about 1,000 gold over the Xayah. But you're right. Shrine Sanctum playing very well, and Dorado Gaming Epsilon kind of playing a little bit disjointed. Some people are diving while some people are kiting back, and that's kind of costing them the team fights where they should be winning.
Yeah, and honestly, the only meaningful gold lead among those that you listed is the MF being ahead about 1K on the Xayah. Both Jarvan and Malphite being behind isn't that relevant. They're really, really low econ champions. They do really well even when they're behind. They get pretty much full value. Only if you see something like a lethality Jarvan or an AP Malphite come out do those gold differences really start to matter.
Yeah, and I mean Jarvan does have his Gore Drinker and his Sterex Gauge, so he is pretty strong. I don't want to say he doesn't get any stronger, but this is like a big spike for him. He's about as effective as he gets. But not really much going down. One thing I do want to say is that Shrine Sanctum does have a lot of standing gold around the map. They have not been able to take the top or the mid tower, and they kind of just they even though they do manage to get some leads, they can't apply too much pressure because the way these towers affect wave states.
Yeah, interestingly, itemization-wise, we're seeing the Death Dance, it looks like, coming out of the Olaf here. I kind of hate that. I feel like a lot of the damage you're taking in these fights, especially when you have the plated steel caps already, is from the Syndra. So going the Death Dance doesn't fix any problem that you have, and it just feels like a waste of an item.
Okay, the Olaf going, oh no, the Malphite going a little hard there, but nothing will happen.
Yeah, it looks like they're just dancing around Vision here. Anivia gonna pick up this blue buff and get a reset off, but really we're seeing a bit of just hesitation coming out here from Epsilon.
Yeah, I think
players
if you're
that
Epsilon,
we typically
yeah,
know to be so gung ho and in the trenches. Kongi, very very aggressive players, kind of being stunted here in that aggression. I think it has to be first game of the season nerves.
yeah,
still.
definitely. I think some of these players. I mean, Kongi does have some competitive experience, but in a league like this, this is his first time. There are some veterans on the team, but maybe playing together, it's always rough. Making your first game. No matter how experienced you are, the first game of the season is always you're always like wondering or questioning if you're actually still the player you always were.
Right, absolutely. I think that what I would... Oh, looks like we're going to see an engagement here in the river.
Oh, okay, and the
Big
big MF ult coming out here. I think this is going great for Dorado Gaming
trade
Epsilon.
so far. The Xayah going forward. Big root here onto the Kongi. Oh, we see a trade. Olivia walking up for a combo. Husky Templar
yeah,
going
this
down.
is going to be an ace. Oh, actually, this Anivia playing this very well.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she managed to trade the fight a little bit. Okay, this Wukong might be looking.
They're looking for the Anivia here. Let's see if they can find her. Oh, Anivia is looking for them actually. Oh, baited.
And that was a great job from in the trenches. He knew that the Anivia was going to be waiting there. He doubles you and he makes the Anivia think that he's actually gotten him with the Q, with the ult, and they take her down. They get the shutdown. Ultimately, it's an ace for Dorado Gaming Epsilon. It increases the gold lead to 3,000 or about 3,000. A lot of it goes to Husky Templar, who does get his Infinity Edge. He is ready for the dragon fight. The dragon is about to come up. I'm not really too sure exactly when. You'll have to give me the dragon timer for that.
Yeah, the dragon timer is in about 34 seconds. So Anivia's 10 seconds departed from that. She is gonna be
no
a little
TP
bit
either.
late to
Yeah.
this. Yeah,
Yep.
no TP either. So that fight, though, it did extend the gold lead for Dorado Epsilon. I think we saw some pretty good heroics out of the ADC in mid lane there from Shrine Sanctum. Really just kind of a disrespectful face check in a bush.
Yeah.
The Olaf feeling himself a little bit too much there.
If they can't afford to stall the fight all that long as the Anivia is going to get here, I think they do want to start the fight as soon as possible. Looks like they are going to try to
engage on the Malphite.
I think the Malphite can go down here. Malphite is not as tanky as he thinks. He is already okay. We see a bit of an engage going on here. Okay, MF doesn't get to. Okay, we see a big
Huge Malphite ult.
Yeah.
Anivia's not here yet though.
Oh no, Anivia is there, but she's not going to be able to do anything because in the trenches is on the back line and he is causing a lot of damage. Although he does go down.
Olaf's in the back line here. Oh, a little bit of impatience out of Olaf is definitely gonna hurt him. He's going in before his team's even in range. Xayah, leading impression. Here he is.
Oh my god, yeah, this Xayah is popping off. Did a great job. Only Kongi survives, but actually, I think Kongi is in a position to not let them do dragon. I think they are too low to try it. Kongi,
he does outrange both of these champions. Let's see if he can make a play here. Kongi, the type of player to go for it.
Oh, but never mind. The Anivia does manage to zone it off very well. He's playing very carefully. Very unfortunate that his stun did miss the Anivia. I think that if the stun hits the Anivia, he could take both of them on. But unfortunately, it did not go as expected.
Yeah, honestly, the fight there was really weird from the side of Shrine Sanctum. I think that the Malphite ulted before Anivia was set up. Didn't have her ult down, wasn't in range to follow up with a stun. Just kind of looked like a panic ult out of it. And then the Olaf going in before his team was ready as well. Looks like nerves definitely on both sides. But even with these mechanical errors, it was still pretty close and arguably favored for the side of Shrine Sanctum.
Yeah, so, what I do want to say is. Sorry to cut you off, but I think that they need to look for fights when Olaf doesn't have flash. Olaf having flash is one of the big. Okay, and I think Kongi will go down here. Like it's a stun. Okay, never mind. He might. No, he does go down here. It was quick reactions from him to stop the ult there. But I was gonna say that they need to look for fights when the Olaf doesn't have flash because I feel like Olaf having flash is one of the biggest hindrances to Husky Templar and Kongi being able to fight safely. And maybe they should be looking to really force a Baron fight. Maybe not now they can't since Kongi died, but they should really be looking to to bait these objective fights while maybe some people don't have flashes, don't have ults.
Yeah, absolutely. I think honestly, looking at the items here, I think I would have definitely preferred a Black Cleaver on the side of hybrid carry. Just trying to allow the MF to get some more damage out, especially seeing the Death Stance itemization and the steel caps coming out from both topside members. They're getting the Baron to about 3k here. It may just go down.
Yeah, and they don't contest that. I mean, that's smart. Maybe they realize that the Anivia does have TP. I do want to say that this Ocean Dragon will be do or die for Eclipse. I believe. They have an Olaf with quadruple Ocean Dragon and Ocean Soul. That's not really something you ever really want to face. At least if I'm on the side of Dorado Gaming Epsilon.
Yeah, they also have the Anivia to siege as well. Olaf getting a little antsy here, going in under the tower. He's gonna take a lot of damage.
Oh, and this is gonna be huge. He got a little too eager there, but he will go down. Okay, and the Xayah, okay. The Malphite.
Xayah is untouched here.
Oh, okay, and
never mind.
The Wukong is still in the back line. Okay, this could be a bit of trouble if the Anivia. Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say if the Anivia is allowed to safely, hold that choke point, it could be a bit of trouble for Dorado Gaming Epsilon. But ultimately, they come out on top without any losses. While they do get 3 kills, I think they will go for the inhib here. If the Anivia tries to be a hero and hold the tower, she could be in trouble and she could end up just dying in vain.
Yeah, if you're Epsilon here, first of all you need to tank for this creep. Yes, thank you, hybrid. And then you need to play for the inhib at least. And if I'm them, I'm looking for kills. You need to look to play to end here. You need to identify that you get outscaled. This game can't keep going on much longer.
Yeah.
It's not going to go well for you.
Yeah, and I think that was a big stun. Unfortunately, nobody goes in on that. But you're right. And I think that it would have been really important for Epsilon here to look for any kill, because then you're staggering the death timers. Now, pretty much fights are going to be happening probably, 5v3, 5v4 if you stagger the death timers right. It looks like they're trying to do their own push in reverse and push down mid lane.
They still have Baron on 2 members of Shrine Sanctum for another minute here. We'll see if they can get any sort of siege. Anivia, a great siege champion. Minute 15 on the Dragon, so what we're probably going to see is them push up, counter clear these mid waves, don't let the supers push in and threaten their base at all. Maybe try to siege a mid tower of their own down, and then back up and play for this Dragon.
Yeah, and here it looks like, they're going to try to answer the inhib that went down with their own inhib take, but I think this is a bad idea. The Olaf isn't there. If I am Dorado Gaming Epsilon, I do go on the engage here. The rest of the... Okay,
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay, and we see the engage going off here, and we see some flashes going down. Hopefully Hybrid Carrier does not go down.
See the mouth idle backwards.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to escape. He might be in a bit of trouble here. Okay, the Wukong is in the backline. He gets the huge ult off, and I think okay, he will go
Mouth
down.
goes down.
Okay, I think the Wukong.
Big Anivia stun.
The Wukong needs to be careful here. He will die if he does not play more intelligently.
Kongi getting trolled by pathing.
Yeah, Kongi having to flash over the wall. He misses the stun. He does survive, and I guess he does trade for the Olaf flash. I'm not too sure if they're even in a position to contest this, despite having.
Red team does still have the inside track on the Ocean Soul here. If an Anivia stun gets a kill, this could be really bad.
Oh, and he will go down, but I think maybe they can get the Anivia kill here. Okay, yeah, the
Anivia egg comes out. Rakan looking to counter engage.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does look like they will not be able to contest this dragon.
It is
the
still
Wukong.
a 3v3. We see the TP flank coming out from Wukong here. Well-timed Rakan W. Wukong is in, but he's just getting shredded. The 3-item Xayah is too much. Olaf getting a little hyphy. He's in there. 1v2 on the back line. We see Husky Templar trying to make a play.
Oh, okay, and he does manage to take down the Xayah.
He gets the Triumph proc for the Wukong.
Yeah, nothing will happen there. I think that ultimately those efforts were in vain. The dragon will go to Shrine Sanctum. That's going to be very bad for them. I think they will need more. Actually, they already have a lot of anti-heal. I don't think it will matter at the end of the day. This Olaf is going to get Ocean Soul. He has 4 dragons. They're going to have crazy sustain for the sieges with the quadruple dragon. That's just actually ridiculous. This is going to be very hard.
Yeah. I don't know. I think a fight where you can see their fed jungler just clearing bot waves, you're not allowed to lose. I'd have to go back and rewatch to see what exactly happened, but
Yeah.
That guy sat bot for like 15 seconds after that fight started, even before he started heading to the fight.
That fight should have.
And we still lost. I don't know.
Yeah, that fight should have been a lot more in favor of Dorado Gaming Epsilon. I think that they were too hesitant on pulling the trigger. Here the Wukong is a huge part of their damage. He's doing what he can, but ultimately he can't do it alone. And especially as these enemies get stronger, I'm not really too sure that the Wukong will really be able to keep his team in the game for much longer.
Yeah, no, I think we're really gonna need to see a coordinated effort here from Epsilon. I think even more so than before, with how behind they are. The gold is dead even within 200, but effective gold with the outscale on the side of Shrine Sanctum, as well as 4 ocean dragons. It's equivalent to about.
Oh, it looks like they're going for the Anivia here. Oh no, never mind. She does get away. It would have been a nice pick here. Well, the good thing is that they got that inhib earlier, and they're able to kind of have that pressure from the mid lane. Once again, the top tower is still up. That applies pressure in the top lane. They are able to pull off some of these macro plays, but ultimately this Anivia is just gonna thwart any efforts to siege. Look, she doesn't even care. She just drops her ult. She has blue. Doesn't care about mana. Maybe the next objective they're looking at is the Baron now. Okay, we see the pings going off. Maybe they want to get set up for that before Shrine Sanctum can.
Yeah, I think we're going to need to see a concise fight, and we're going to need to see a all-together fight. We're going to need Jarvan to be going on the same champ as Wukong, and Syndra Stun to follow up. Really want to see an ult before Scatter the Weak from Kongi here. We don't have a scanner, and we're sitting on a ward.
Oh, and we see a big engage going down here. Okay, yeah, the MF just doesn't even get the opportunity to ult. I don't think that they can stop this Olaf. This Olaf is just gonna run at them.
3
He's
for
just
0
too strong.
so far.
Yeah, I think that will be
Running
game.
at Husky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kongi might be able to pull some heroics here. It looks like Red Team's going for the Baron instead of trying to end.
Yeah.
I definitely don't like that, but at least we get to see more League of Legends, Zol.
Yeah, I can't say that I approve of that play. I think that you can, if you're Shrine Sanctum, you just end there. Um, Maybe a little bit of an experience showing there from the side of Shrine Sanctum and not ending there. I think that you don't want to risk it. You just kind of end the game whenever you can.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they may be able to still end. They're so far ahead. Their siege is so amazing. Malphite kind of trolling.
Oh, and
Does
it does
die!
go down. Wow. Okay, I think Kongi might be in a bit of trouble here. Actually, no, he isn't in any trouble. He does get away. Kongi doing a massive amount of damage.
They
His-
shouldn't be allowed to do this. You need to fight as soon as your team is alive. You have a flank TP ward for Wukong. His TP is up very soon. You have to chase them down here. This is your only way. You need to kill them, and you need to end.
Okay, we see the flank going down here. Ultimately, we do see the. Okay, I think he's in a bit of trouble here. I'm not really too sure. Okay, that flash, he kind of goes in, but nothing happens. Both of the big frontliners for Dorado Gaming Epsilon just go down there. Okay, oh, he does. He can't. Uh, yeah,
Seeing a lot of damage go down.
yeah.
We do trade back on the Olaf.
Okay.
Zaya's in. Zaya, no ult.
Okay, looks like they're still in the game. Hybrid has to be very careful here. Okay, yeah, this Zaya is just way too strong. Maybe, yeah, the Zaya, popping off, showing, maybe she was down early, but maybe, mastery of the champion really showing that she knows how to play her champ. I think that they might go for an end angle here. I'm not too sure that the Syndra and the MF can really do anything to hold them off here.
Yeah. Oh, bit of a overshoot on the Malphite ult there, but
Yeah, but
we do
ultimately,
see Shrine
yeah.
Sanctum coming out with the win.
Yeah, Shrine Sanctum does end up with the victory here. Very unfortunate. Dorado Game Epsilon did have that early game prio, but ultimately, the Rakan and the Olaf and the Malphite made it way too difficult for the MF to do what MF wants to do and get their free ulti in. Congratulations to Shrine Sanctum. Very unfortunate for Dorado Gaming Epsilon. They do go down here. But maybe like you said, maybe it was that first game jitters because a lot of these things, we've watched them scrim, we've watched them, do very well, play the very aggressive, typical early game style, and they just weren't doing it this game. They were playing very reserved, very respectfully, and they were outscaled and they couldn't do anything.
Yeah, it is probably one of the most disappointing types of losses you can take, especially to come out and have this be your first game of the night. I definitely want to see the side of Dorado Epsilon get a mental reset in, get ready for their game later today. Don't carry this loss with them. Yeah, you're better than this. You had an amazing lead. This game was won. It was yours. So you just need to clean up some of the mid-game macro decisions. Maybe try to push a little bit more aggressively. It's crazy to say more aggressively whenever we have players like in the trenches and Kongi here, but try to get more done whenever you have that.
Yeah, and
lead.
I mean, Kongi did manage to do the most damage in the game, and it kind of makes sense, right? Because the Olaf didn't really itemize it for him until the very end, so he's burning the Olaf, burning the Malphite, big HP sticks that just get burned by his damage. I think I would like to see, like you said, Epsilon kind of play a bit more aggressive when they can. They had the lead, they had a huge gold advantage early game, and they kind of just didn't punish the Zaya for it. I mean, the Zaya has 3 kills for having been down like almost half the CS of the MF early game. So don't really think that's acceptable from the side of Epsilon, who does get outscaled. I'd like to see them maybe recognize that that is the game that they're playing, but it's okay. Like you said, they get their mentals back up and they rally for their next game, which unfortunately isn't until 10 EST, and we will not be streaming that game because it is streamed by PRL. For the most part, we'll just be streaming games that aren't, except for Solar. I can't stream Solar because I work that day. But thank you for everybody that tuned in to watch, everybody that subscribed and followed today. We'll see you all tomorrow, maybe actually, for playoffs. Gamma, we're gonna find out who Dorado Gaming Gamma's opponent is tonight. Actually, whether it'll be Puds or Dare Cobalt.
God, I hope it's Dare.
Yeah,
I
me
want it
too.
to be Dare so bad.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll find out. That playoff in Legends happens at, or that final match in Legends happens at 10 EST. I think there will be a watch party in the Dorado Discord. So for those of you that are in there, tune in to watch to find out who Dorado Gaming Gamma's opponent for tomorrow will be. But once again, thank you everybody for that tuned in, and we'll see you all tomorrow, unless Legends streams our game, which I doubt. But thanks again, and bye.